In my skills, I put my IT proficiency on my.
Have you ever had a dream that you could?
Don't let me.
Back to my YouTube channel. It's Angelica here, and if you're new, come in, have a seat, have several seats, and if you're not new, thank you for having me once again in your face. In this video, I'm going to be discussing how to make a finance CV. So yay, I'm finally making this video. For those of you who have been messaging me about how to make a good CV, this video is for you. Announcement. I'm going to be releasing my first book in March 2019. For you guys who've had questions about getting work experience in finance and the corporate industry, the book is called Becoming the Corporate Chameleon. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. If you want more updates, then follow me on my social media. So the first things first, my CV is only ever 1 page long. I've been done saying this. If you're a university student, ain't nothing you done that's important enough for you to have 2 whole pages, let alone 3, let alone 4, let alone 5, let alone 6, because I've been already heard students that have 6-page CV. I'm someone who has a wide range of experiences across industries, and even then, my CV can tell a story about myself in 1 page. Some of them literally ask you just for a 1-page CV, so I think that you can be safe by giving in a 1-page CV. Unless you're going for like a back office position, maybe like operations, but even then you benefit from having a 1-page CV. It's straightforward. It shows you've been intentional. By the way my CV is designed, I have been intentional. I have sat down and constructed my CV in a way that things fit into 1 page. I've got a lot on my 1-page CV nonetheless, but it's 1 page, so that's got to be said. Second thing, you need a structure, right? You can't have a list of things. You need to be able to actually section things into different parts of the page. So it usually starts off with your name. Usually, please start off with your name, put your name at the top and your contact information. In my CV, I have my phone number, my LinkedIn profile, and my email. I don't have my personal address because it's not needed, especially if you're applying to programs via online forms. You probably put your personal address anyway, and usually they don't send things to your personal address until when you get the offer. Like Goldman Sachs was sending me hella letters once I had my offer, and it was because they had my information on a different portal. So applications, they don't really need your address. If you want to, you know, plug your LinkedIn as well, you can put your URL so that they can check you out and see, hey, this girl's got a nice profile. I've got that section, then I've got my education. My education bit is a bit larger than most people's because I also have awards that I have put in to my education, and also because I've been to 2 universities. So sometimes I want to delete Oxford completely because I think it's eating unnecessary space, but it looks like I have a gap in my education, so I've got to put that there. So in my education, I have the name of my university, I have the level of my program, and I also have the name of my program. Then I have awards that I've gotten. So the fact that I'm on a scholarship, I think that's important. It really shows that someone has seen I'm a worthwhile investment, and also shows that, hey guys, this person is not from a conventional elitist background. Some of us are genuinely working class students who have done a lot for ourselves to get to where we are. So if you look at my work experience, you won't be thinking, who's your dad? Because you realize, hey, this girl's actually driven because she is not from a privileged background, she's on a scholarship. So that shows something about her character, the fact that she's able to do everything she's done in her work experience bit. So that's why I have my scholarships in my education bit. I also have awards that I got, so being the student of the year at my school, I put that in my award. Getting the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award for my A-levels, I put that there. I also have my grades, and where I have my grades, I specify the percentage if it's a high percentage. So for instance, in one of my subjects, I got 99.95 in my A-levels, I put that there because that was a very high A star. In the other A star I got, it was 97%. I put that there. And the other A, it wasn't exactly low, but it wasn't like 97%. So I didn't feel the need to put that there. So if there's any ways that you can stand out, this is the place to like do it. You know, you're not just a high performer. People have seen that you're a high performer as exemplified through XYZ. So in the next section I have my work experiences. I call it professional experiences because this can include insight days, and this for me includes positions of responsibility such as society positions. I don't have insight days on my CV, rarely. Don't think I've ever really, actually I did have one, like a program that I put there, but I didn't have anything else to put. It was a program with Barclays called the Open Doors program with Stafford Long. If you're interested, search that up for year 12 and year 13 females interested in finance. So I put that there, and that was like a while ago though. So yeah, for the most part I split my work experience into my finance related work experience, and I also include my non-finance related experiences to show that this person has a life, this person been doing things outside finance. Obviously I'm a law student, so I'm not traditional, and I want them to see that I have transferable skills from other industries, such as the programs I've done with McKinsey, such as the programs I've done with other law firms. And I also put the fact that I was the young mayor of my borough, just because, you know, it shows, you know, people usually ask me, oh, so how did you meet the Queen? And that's usually like a conversation starter, because I say, oh, it was when I was a young mayor. And how did you become the young mayor? Oh, I was a deputy chair in my youth council. I basically wrote a letter to my MP saying, hey, we need a young mayor, can we make this happen? And it's always like an interesting story, so I have that there to show that I have a bit of personality and I have a life. In my work experience part, I always quantify my achievements. I start with a verb all the time. I don't think I've ever not started with a verb, because it shows that you like action. You make things happen, you know. Your work experience is not about where you've interned, it's about what you did. What can you say you did? Which sales did you increase? How many percentage did you increase? What did you implement? What did you contribute to your time there? What did you raise? How much money did you raise? How did you work in a team? What processes did you change? What deals did you work on? What projects did you make? Like, what was your contribution? You know, what did you actually action during your time there? How did you make something better? That is what my CV is about. Like, I've got numbers wherever I can put numbers. I am very big on formatting, so I highlight things. I make my figures bold if I want to bring attention to it. I made my grades bold when I wanted to bring attention to it. So there's certain formatting things you can do, and like italics and things like that I've been using. I have my dates in a consistent position in my CV. I don't move it around. Everything's on the right. It can even be on the left depending on what you like, but everything is in the same position everywhere. No inconsistencies. With my work experience, I have bullet points, and each bullet point is only like a few words. Like, I don't have prose sentences, I don't have stories, because ain't nobody got time to be reading that, so I get to the point. Whatever I write about my work experience is punchy. I don't repeat points, so if one work experience shows that I've done like teamwork activities, I'm going to use my other work experience to show that I have other attributes. If you have two work experiences that are basically saying the same thing, remove it, because it adds nothing to your CV unless you have nothing else to replace it with. If you have something else that you can use, a different example, as much variety helps. So the next section of my CV, I have achievements. So this can include positions of responsibility as well, like me being the LSE social media ambassador, or me serving as a student ambassador, but it also includes other awards that I want to bring attention to that weren't part of my education awards, such as being a young volunteer, or the youth empowerment organisation that I founded, or summer schools that I've been on, or you know, things I've done. Like, it depends on what you want to include there, but I have achievements there, and it's only a few bullet points. The next section is where I have my skills and extracurriculars, and this is the bit that people say they really enjoy reading. Like, people usually love my extracurriculars.
In my skills, I put my IT proficiency on my.
Have you ever had a dream that that you had you could do so you want him to do you so much you could do anything.
In my IT section, I put my IT proficiency, so Word, coding programs that I have used and the level that I've gone up to. Also Adobe Creator Studios, because obviously I'm self-taught in Adobe Creator Studios. That's how I make my videos on YouTube. Languages, I also put like English, Yoruba, French. I don't know for how long I'm going to be saying I'm basic in French because I've barely been speaking it nowadays. Then I have my publications, because I write articles, so I put my publications that I want to draw attention to. So if you guys want to check me out on LinkedIn, check me out on my website if you haven't already, because I have interesting things that you might want to read. So in here I include things that like I think the investment bankers will want to know about me. So one day I was at dinner and they were like, oh, so I saw your CV, and I was like, you saw man, like they passed your CVs around, you don't even know who's seen your CV. They're like, yeah, I saw your CV, so you think failure is a good thing, huh? And I was like, I didn't say that. I didn't, don't misquote me, girl. Like, I didn't say that. I said I had an article basically on why failure sometimes can be a good thing, but I don't think, like, if anything, I don't even think failure is really failure. But let's not get into this conversation right now. It's just interesting to see like people actually like are interested in who you are, and they do enjoy, you know, seeing that you have a life outside of your academics and work experience. In my extracurriculars, I also put my music that I've been doing. So some of you guys don't know, I'm actually part of a gospel group, and we have about like 1 million views across our social media, which is insane. And we've been on like radio platforms including BBC, Premier Radio, Premier Gospel. Let me just put some respect on the name. It's called Premier Gospel Radio. And I also put my YouTube there. I put some stats about my views and basically briefly what I vlog about and why I vlog about what I vlog. So that's in a nutshell my CV, and this is what gets me internship. This is what gets me into Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Barclays. This is what gets my foot in the door. My strength is the fact that I'm not a conventional finance candidate. I've been saying like I'm obviously at the London School of Economics, which is great and stuff, because they assume that like you're really intelligent because you got the grades to get to this place, and touch wood, we're still here, we're still keeping it going, we're gonna graduate with first class. Like, I'm not a conventional applicant. I do law, and I'm not even applying for law divisions. And I've shown that, hey guys, I'm an ambitious person. I think these firms want ambitious people, they want go-getters, they want your characteristics, and it's a bonus when you're interested in finance. It's a bonus when you know a little bit about finance already, but they can teach you, you know, they train you. Your CV just needs to show that you achieve. You are an achiever. Show that you've added value to wherever you've gone to, and be consistent in your CV. Also, try to show your personality. Your CV should leave them having more questions. Like, I want to know this person, I want to understand them, I want to meet them. Usually people that look at your CVs are recruiters, and sometimes even the senior people have seen my CVs, and like literally the heads of full-on divisions have told me like, you had a good CV. And for me, that's like huge. First step for your CV to being amazing is looking amazing. Like, even if your content isn't even that good, like honestly, people don't understand how much consistency literally feeds into the whole picture. This is a little bit controversial, but guys, I have colour in my CV, and I chose deliberately to have colour in my CV. One of my friends is in tech, and his CV, he literally went ham. Like, he went ham with his CV. Maybe I can get him to talk about his CV one day, but like, he has like icons, like he designed himself in his CV. That's kind of different. That's a little bit wayward for finance. But one thing that I did on purpose is I added colour, because I thought black was hella boring, in my opinion. I have personality, and I want you to know. So my colour is a secret, but it's very dark. It's not like bright anything, it's very dark, and I only have it on my name and my headers. It's probably going to go straight in the bin if your CV is really colourful, but at the same time you need to make it look pleasing to the eyes, and I think I've done it in a good way because it's got me places. So colour is not like terrible. Colour is not like an absolute no. You just need to choose the right colour. Don't be choosing primary colours. Let me know what you think about everything I've mentioned in this video. I hope you found this video useful. Again, don't forget my book is out March 2019. If you guys want any advice in the meantime on CVs, then I do offer a service where I can look and give you advice on your CV and any questions you have. Don't forget to connect with me on my other social media. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until the next one, bye!